in that second term, and East Burwood have the answers. Here's Gav Casey to get us through the third term. They call it the Premiership quarter, and maybe it's for a reason.
Middleton wins the ruck, tap out at ground level. Has he got the support? He goes back towards centre back, picks up the ball, hand passes it to the wing where Mowett's first on it for the Zebras. He gets tackled, drops the ball, picks it up again. They get it forward, Foest Hill, but it's at the back of the square where Kennedy picks it up, kicks it to the wing, outer side where his teammate and Wills gets underneath it, but he's tackled as soon as he grabs it, and it'll be a ball up outer side of Walker Park Mitcham, and still AC/DC play in the background.
Nothing wrong with a bit of Akadaka. It's like a festival out here today, isn't it? And that's what we want, finals footy.
Well, it's like hard rock, isn't it, this game? It's really, the pressure is immense around the contest. Bit of headbanging, but it's now a ball in on the outer side. I reckon this is the soundtrack for the last half. This goes on and on. And on the outer side, East Burwood try to claim it at half back, going to ground with Stevens, and the umpire will have to come in and ball it up again. Special comments are better with the mics on, so we'll play on the outer side. And again, it's going to be a ball up on the outer side. We might just get those comments again from Davo.
Yeah, I was noticing that Johnson still hasn't come back onto the park. He's on the bench. He may be coming back soon, but you'd expect him to have started already.
So Foest Hill barging his way through. There was Gross, got the handball out wide. Here's Newman, got a toe poke on the ball, sees it over, and a little bit off the play there. I said it was okay. Perry getting sent to ground by Lucas Gibbons. We'll cross down boundary side to Brett Beston.
A couple of things, boys. Tim Johnson I just spoke to. He's coming back on very soon. And message-wise from Martin Stillman, he just wanted his side to be harder and stronger around the ball.
Good stuff there, Besto. Kick goes up. Still on the wing position here. And Jemmy was in there, quickly wrapped up by Dean Maguire, and we'll have a ball up.
It's interesting, both coaches have talked about being harder at the contest, one at quarter time, one at half time. I don't think either side's not been hard at the contest. It's what they've done when they've got the ball at the contest that's a bit different. Kennedy
took it from the stoppage. His kick only went about 5 metres or so. Perry came in, got it back to Kennedy, scrambled a kick forward. Will it stay alive inside? Kay did really well. Second effort was brilliant. Chopped off though by Stoneham, the tallest man in the situation. Got a handle on it, picked up there though by Stevens, got away, and now here the Rams, they're going forward. Inside forward 50, bouncing football. Knocked away there by Stafford to the advantage of his teammate there in Wills. And unfortunately for Wills, he sees it over the boundary line and out. Boundary throw in. About 40 metres out from the East Burwood goal line, leading this game by 6 points. One solitary goal, 6-8-44 to 6-2-44. Big knockdown that time by Power. Went straight into the arms, though, of Kay. Got it away. Kick goes forward. That's a beauty! Galeno out in front. It was lace out. He took it strong jukes, and he'll have a ping. He'll only kick from 25 in the end. He'll start his run up from outside the 45, but expect this one to go straight through and for Galeno to kick his third.
And that's the difference between the first quarter. They didn't have all the players at the contest. 2 players out of the 3 metre area. Hands out. Beautiful little touch kick. And Galeno should goal.
Adrian Galeno, 71 goals for season 2018, comes in on the left, and he never misses, really. There's no doubt about that. He's a great footballer. That's his third on the board, and they stretch their lead to 2 straight kicks. The East Burwood Football Club, and a perfect time to cross down boundary side to Brett Beston.
Yeah, simple message from Stuart Wine, boys. He reckons that Foest Hill, they've got them on the outside, so he just wants a bit more outside run in this third term.
Well, it's the start they were after, East Burwood.
Oh, yeah, look, I think good use of the footy. In fact, they had 2 good times when they used the footy then, and their outside run has certainly improved since quarter time.
Stoneham tries to jump over Middleton, but it comes to ground level. Foest Hill do win the centre clearance, goes to the outer half-forward flank, picking up his Parent. Just spills the ball, but they've still got it in hand of Foest Hill. A lot of pressure. Brown is working nicely for East Burwood. So is Stevens. On the outer side, they share it as they finally drill it towards Galeno, but chopping it off was Dale.
Switch.
And that is the call from our broadcast, but he's not listening. Eventually he's called to play on, so diagonal into the middle of the ground. It's a high proppy one, but the numbers are there for Foest. Still Stoneham forward of the pack, looking for a runner who's hoping it'll be an overlap situation. Being held off the run was Mowat, and that's pretty lucky stuff because Stoneham just hand passed it into space. And Mowat just got there ahead of his opponent. And Kay, the kick to the leading option wasn't a great one. And East Burwood's got a heap of numbers. Middleton's like a baby giraffe. He's got himself into trouble. He nearly had just hand passed it in time. East Burwood have given it up. Cardamone picks it off the deck and he pulls it too far left for minus score. So it's now 11 points the difference.
Forest Hill just continually try and send the ball back through traffic instead of looking to move the ball through space, and they're just going to continue to run themselves into trouble. Although they were able to move the ball down the ground, there's no fluency because there's continual congestion around the ball carrier.
And if I were, I'd be playing Pim a little bit higher at the moment. Play him up, let him come to the football a little bit more, stop him running to the pockets all the time. Because at the moment, every time they look up, that's where he is, and that's where they're looking to go to.
Baby giraffe, one of my calls of the season, Gav Casey, as it comes out now. Fisher was in the front spot, couldn't quite trap it. Ball hits ground level, diving on top of it there. Aiden Stevens, and we will have a ball up. I resembled a baby giraffe earlier this week after my first session of F45. I got barely walked for 2 days. So the umpire throws it up now. Stoneham had the front spot. Ball hits ground level, little kick off the ground as the umpire's going to call play on here. So it's going to be trapped by Gould, who spun on a through around the corner. That was a beautiful pass. Anthony Perry takes it, then goes forward now. He's hugging the boundary line. He's looking for Galeno, who got boot to ball. Burmeister picked it up, got it away. Here's Gav Willoughby, linked up well, and now here's Gibbons on the right boot, up towards the wing position, keeping it low and keeping it good as well. So Ryan Fisher, I should say, takes the mark in the long sleeves today. We know he always loves them. Drives the ball in towards the Pim direction in the front spot. He almost tried to pull it in with the one hand. Cardamone was there, released the football, and the umpire said it was a throw. So I tell you what, I thought he might have got the fist on that one. That might have been a little bit stiff, but nonetheless, it'll be East Burwood through Brown now. Short passes on, and Jemmy has to get down low. Couldn't quite pull it in, and he's heavily met. Buy's going to come in and bounce this one 50 metres out from the Forest Hill goal line.
And if I've got a criticism of Brown, who I think has played a very good game today, his disposal is very ordinary. He misses a lot of easy targets after doing a lot of really good work.
Another ball up at centre forward for Forest Hill. Pincott picks himself up with the ball, gives it back to the umpire. It's an 11-point game.
Nothing like a backhanded compliment.
Yep, I'm good at him.
That's why he's in the broadcast, not coaching.
Best in the business.
Without a doubt.
On the wing it goes. Davis screws it back to the corridor. Dangerous ball with Mowat getting front position. He's taken over the shoulder after not marking it, so the free kick will go his way.
It wasn't there in the contest, but on the fall, on coming down, the hand did go over the shoulder, so it was there.
So long ball inside 50. Here's Pim. Dukes up. Stretches a bit too far for him. Can't take the mark. So now it's spread by Murphy. Off to the runner. East Burwood from the back of the square. Middleton a bit further. And it goes to Galeno. Way away from goal. He's one more kick towards goal. Go East Burwood. Long ball into the pocket. There's going to be a sprint back to goal. Creek's under a heap of pressure, but he keeps front position. Keeps the ball in front of himself. And they share their way out to Forest Hill.
Got to move it.
Willoughby's got it. Comes back into the corridor, trying to dance through the tackle too high. Lucky there by Palmer, who had to come back to centre half back and get around his opponent in Perry, but Perry took him too high. It's a free kick, short one close to the boundary line. Good lead, good hit, and it's another mark to Strawn. So Strawn at half back, close to the broadcast wing here at Walker Park. Pim's underneath it. Punch comes in from the defender, getting in front position at ground level. It's all Rams. So Kay kicks it long from half back. Big ball, courage needed, but at ground level it's all Forest Hill. Dropping it was Maguire, so it gets back to where the East Burwood players were. Coach picks it up. Hand passes it forward to Middleton. Middleton gives it off to the runner, who gets taken down. McGowan though does release it, and East Burwood get inside 50. Jumping on the ball was Anthony Perry, but the ball's been held up in defence for Forest Hill.
East Burwood are now looking to move the ball laterally first, which is creating space for them, where Forest Hill is continually kicking back down the line, back into congestion, making it very predictable for East Burwood.
Middleton got the knockdown straight in towards the McGowan direction, brought to ground nicely there by Daniel Ousley. The crowd calling for everything. It's hot to trot, there's no doubt about that. 11 points is the margin out here. 10 minutes tick over in the Premiership quarter number 3, semi-final 1 in Division 4. Umpire throws it at Middleton. Easy as you like, got the knockdown. It comes out. Burmeister for Forest Hill was there. Well done, Perry. His kick was smothered. Nicely done there by Creek, who was just happy to see it over with a little help from his friends in Jacob Mowat. And through it goes for a minor score. East Burwood on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. They move out to a 12-point lead. 2 straight kicks is the margin here. Forest Hill just wanting to hit their targets.
And this is good. I like.
Well, you've given it a bit of a moz there, Davo, as Pincott gets it away there to Powell on the left boot. Oh, risky business, but it's worked out okay. Still in their defensive arc, Forest Hill will probably look to go for the switch here because it actually is on. Burmeister takes the mark. He's looking left as well. Let's just go down the wing. No, he doesn't want a bar of it. So there's going to be 6 possessions inside the defensive arc here. Once again, Daniel Ousley will be involved. Just pokes it out wide and was basically kicking to the blonde woman over the fence there, and she didn't take the mark, but it'll be a free kick to East Burwood, and the thumping kick there by Wills, who's kicked 2 goals in this game. He thumped it out towards the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. It hasn't been pretty in the last 30 or 40 seconds. There's no doubt about that. We'll have a boundary throw in underneath the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. 51 plays 39. It is East Burwood leading Forest Hill.
Rucks go out at Stafford, beats his opponent, but the quick kick out by Forest Hill clears the zone temporarily. Taylor falls to the ground as he picks it up at half-back. The ball comes out to East Burwood. McGowan hand passes it quickly under pressure. McCarthy puts Middleton under pressure, so McCarthy has to go again. He feeds the hand pass back. Brown quickly off one step, kicks it to half forward. It's in the hands of Coates, close to the boundary line. Spears the ball inside 45. Mark taken by East Burwood on the outer side. Another kick deep. Galino's underneath it. The defenders come over the top. Wills nearly takes the big mark. Drop ball by Gould. Gould goes again, puts it on the right foot, but he's been smothered. Creek paddles in front of himself, eventually paddles to his teammate, to Fisher, gives it back to Creek, and there's only one man to hit, but he hit him under extreme pressure, and it's well done as Parent takes the mark, and on the wing it goes. The kick goes out to Gross. Gross is wanting to play on, but he never went back from the man on the mark, so puts himself with pressure, high up and under. Johnson comes in late, but Middleton, he was like the tall tower in front. Can't get over that unless you're King Kong, and it's a mark to Middleton going out wide.
So he's gone from a baby giraffe to King Kong, has he?
No, he's the tower. You have to be King Kong to get over it. But anyways, we digress as it's now in the hands of Forest Hill. They chip it around. Was it 10? Mark claimed by Maguire.
It was 4.
Maguire goes, I don't have enough space in front of me, so he gets a relieving 25 paid to him as an encroachment free kick goes against East Burwood. So some relief on the pressure of Forest Hill. And now the play-on situation is not called, and Mowat took a beauty. He was going to run. They've called it. So there was a whistle, but Mowat gets the play on at centre forward. His short pass doesn't hit the target, so at ground level, Gould does the roving for East Burwood. Hands it off to a defender. The kick to the wing will be chopped off, and no mark taken. Spilled effort by Palmer, and at ground level it's an even spread of players, and it'll be a ball up on centre wing broadcast side.
Both teams are trying to open the game up. You can see they're both trying to get on with it and open it up. One team it's going to work for.
Ball hits the deck. Middleton went after it. Crowd called for holding the ball. He didn't have possession of it, but Lockie Gold did, and he dropped it, and he's been received a free kick for holding the man, and
and 25.
Can't say I agree with that decision. But
he was holding the ball, but when he wasn't, he was held too long.
Oh, look, the thing was that the umpire was unfortunately blindsided, made the call, probably didn't need to.
Kick goes forward, inside forward 50 now for East Burwood. It's been knocked away close to the boundary line, and it'll get out towards centre half back, grandstand side.
But what Mowat just should know better. You know it's not your free kick. You don't kick it into the forward line and cost yourself some territory.
Yep, exactly.
So there's some pretty parochial fans we can hear in the effects mic out there. Middleton had the front spot, copped one for his troubles. Kick goes forward, that time by Stafford inside the forward 50. And over she goes for a boundary throw in, 25 metres out from the East Burwood goal line. They lead this game by 2 straight kicks, 15 minutes gone in the third term out here in the first semi-final between East Burwood and Forest Hill. The Rams hold sway. Going into this game as slight favourites. Ruck goes out, a step around the body by Scotty Davis. Your little beauty, front and centre at its best. Margin out to 3 goals now at for East Burwood, and they are going to take some sort of beating here if they can keep their run on at the moment. Well, 15 and a half minutes gone.
That was a mirror
taking
image
advantage
of the goal before in the last moments of the second quarter for Forest Hill then. Beautiful front and centre, kicked it around the body. They just seem to be a little bit more on at the moment than Forest Hill, and it's going to take a bit of work for Forest Hill to stop, gain momentum back and hit the scoreboard.
10 minutes gone in the third term out in the elimination final between Heathmont and the Basin. Heathmont lead by 1 point. The Basin have the breeze in the third term.
Johnson gets the clearance for Forest Hill, goes to half forward. Parenquin traps it, but he goes again. Second effort. Did he hold his opponent when trying to get to the ball? Yes, says the umpire. So it's a free kick for East Burwood at half back. Short pass is good to McCarthy. So on the outer wing, McCarthy gets the settle. Looking for options. They're well manned as he looks forward, so the short pass leading up to him is nicely marked by Stafford on the outer side. They progress only short to East Burwood. That's a floater. It's a long one though. It might get out of the back of the pack. Wills might find himself running onto the ball. He kicks it off the ground. What a goal! Man on the spot by Wills. It only just got to him, but he got his third because he thumped it from 30 metres out, dribbled it through.
That hurts. That hurts Forest Hill because gave away a silly free kick. Nice transition of the ball from East Burwood, put into the right area. It actually went to a person I didn't think was going to be part of it. And look, it's a lucky kick off the ground, but you take those opportunities when you get them.
And I tell you what, the big man Jared Stafford will be calling that one of the goal assists of the year with that little paddle onto Wills's boot. So East Burwood, well, Forest Hill need the next one. There's no doubt about that, but they're on a run at the moment, the Rams, and they'll go forward again. Here's Anjemi, just barged his way out. Thought he might have had a shot, but it doesn't matter because go to the man of the moment, the man who's kicked already 3 goals. Maxi Wills comes out, takes it on the chest, and he'll have a ping from about 40 metres.
This could really lively, isn't he?
He has. This could finish Forest Hill's #unfinished business this year, I reckon.
So, Max Wills. Interesting approach. Leans over it and makes no mistake. The goal umpire did not move. It doesn't matter how unorthodox the approach is. The result is still the same. 30 points is the margin out here. And all at half time when we thought it was open slather, East Burwood have stamped their authority. It's not even into time on yet in this third term.
Great bit of play there. And look, as you said, you kick a helicopter, it doesn't matter how it goes through, as long as it goes through.
Well, Peter Sumich kicked 800 of them.
I tell you what, though, he has been very lively and he's been a very good focal point for them.
Middleton beats Gross to the tap, but the Packer players are quick to get over the ball. They come from the wings as well to close it up. And it'll be another ball up straight away. So it's now suddenly a 5-goal lead. They only led by 6 points at half-time, but they've kicked the only 4 goals since then. 18 minutes gone in this third term. And East Burwood lead by a handy 30 points.
Is there a way to come back for Forest Hill?
Well, when you're looking at the body language, you can't see it. They're not getting anything around the middle at the moment, not getting their hands on the football, not running like they were. So they've got to just continue to work hard. That's what it is at the contest.
Take 2 by the umpire. Wasn't happy with his first ball up, so he goes again. And anyways, you ball it up, gets tapped down. They all jump on it, another ball up. So it's the umpire is using some of those muscles in the forearm just to propel it up. And Middleton wins the tap. McGowan's at ground level, but he's hot with a player on his back. And it's going to be another ball up, just creeping towards goal for East Burwood as they go to the scoreboard end, which is the scoring end for them. They've kicked 4 goals in this third term. Gross tries to punch it forward, but he has to pick it up and kick it off the ground. He does kick it to the wing, where he's hoping he's got a runner. That runner's been outnumbered 1-3. Support comes late, as picked up by Coates. It's been shared towards Kennedy. Kennedy loads up ball. Perry might get in the way of Stafford. Stafford gets to it, drops it off the bread basket. Picking himself up if the ball was Taylor. He's been taken down in a tackle by Perry. He throws his elbow back to say, I knew you were there the whole time. And it's going to be a ball up 45 metres from East Burwood's goal.
They're just not prepared to run and spread Forest Hill at the moment. They're getting lazy around stoppages, and it should really show because East Burwood are showing them up for it.
Kick goes towards the top of the goal square. It's rolling. I don't know if it was touch.
No,
it doesn't matter. It hit the pine.
Padded pine.
Through for one behind, 70 plays 39. It's a 31-point lead to East Burwood. We've seen the game being played in 10-minute slots. Is the last opportunity here for Forest Hill to get themselves back in this game. East Burwood have something to say about that, though. The handball goes wide. Kennedy pops it up to the top of the goal square. Galeno was there. He couldn't get a handle on it. So too was Davis in there. A push in the back against Gavin Willoughby, which is so uncharacteristic like by Gav Willoughby. He's given away the free kick only 20 metres out from goal, and the shot will be being had now by Lockie Gould, who surely will make no mistake.
Last words, wise words, do you think?
Well,
that's not a Moz at all.
A 30 metre shot out from goal, almost directly in front. Gold comes in and Gold kicks a goal. They're going to take some beating, aren't they, the East Burwood Rams this afternoon. Bendigo Bank scoreboard, 21.5 minutes tick over, a 37-point lead. I'm almost about to call it shut the gates.
Yes, that lady is warming up her tonsils right at this very moment. Look, it's hard to see them coming back. They just look a beaten team at the moment, unfortunately. Forest Hill, they don't seem to have any leg speed, no run, no spread, and East Burwood are getting more confident every second.
Got to take the kick-out duties off Creek. He turns the ball over so many times to the kick-outs. But it's now back in the middle. We're taken down in the tackle is Perry, but East Burwood getting first hands on the ball in these stoppages.
Tell you what, he and Gibbons have been at each other the whole game. They've monstered themselves. Pretty tough.
Blood roll on Gibbons. He's such a warrior. Have a look at him.
Yeah, he's a big man.
He must cost him a fair bit in tape.
So it's a hold up here, and let's check the scores. 22 minutes, third quarter. It's East Burwood 11-10-76, now leading by 37 points. Forest Hill is 6-3-39. They trailed by 15 points at quarter time, did East Burwood. They led after a 6-goal to 3-quarter goal quarter second term at halftime by 6, and now all of a sudden 20 minutes in, 5 goals later, they lead by 37. Forest Hill bundle it forward from the stoppage, but picking up the ball was O'Malley. He feeds a hand pass backwards, hoping for a bit of run, but it's now picked off towards Pincock. Just loads a high ball, Pim's in back position, he wrestles his opponent out of the way. The defence hold up nicely with Stevens. He dribbles it, trying to get some territory, and he finds touch 60 metres out from his defensive goal. And it's a good finder there by Stevens. So Pim just not getting in front position and trying to wrestle his opponent out. It's sort of falling away for Forest Hill structurally.
Who's going to pop the blue balloon in the forward 50? No one wants a bar of it. It comes back in now, fisted forward there by Denham, out towards the half-forward line here for Forest Hill. The Rams have the numbers once again. The kick goes in towards the middle. The big flyer at the time there was Mark Perrin. He takes a mark. You've got to take off.
I thought you had a metaphor.
You've got to keep it moving.
There's a real blue balloon there.
No, I know.
I thought you were doing metaphors.
No, I'm just keeping an eye on the situation. Hashtag's taking care of business as it goes inside towards forward 50. Mauer got the ball knocked away from him and over the boundary line it goes.
Season's a blue balloon, and if you pop it, they're gone. Well, it's actually a blue balloon.
You know what?
I don't want it to go forward now and someone like Stephen Pym call Into, because there was a balloon on the ground as the umpire throws it in now. Middleton went up unattended in the end. Stoneham got dispossessed. It came out towards the middle of the ground. Who's leading at this charge? And Wills, he's had kicked 3 goals. He's been a beauty. Make that 4 goals. Eventually chopped off in the middle here. Trying to get boot to ball out there was Palmer. It's still hot to trot in the middle of the ground. Mowat goes after it. Got it away to Fisher. Got it to Pincott. He'll have to use the left inside forward 50 looking for Cardamone. It was knocked away from him at ground level. Luke Brown did really well. Now they're off to the races, the Rams. It's a short ground so they can thump it forward. Will it have the carry? No, it won't, because the mark's been taken by Perrin, who's happy to get it away to Powell. They're trying to move the ball quickly. They know time is against them at the moment. Here's Fisher on the left, booting towards the middle. They still got some space. You've got to keep the ball moving. You've got to go towards the Pym direction. And Steve Pym, he finally found himself in front. He has struggled to get himself in front of the contest today, and he takes it out, takes a mark out, and he kicked a goal from like this early in the first term. Has to kick this to get Forest Hill back in the contest.
And that was the first time for a long time they've actually transferred the ball quickly, and that allowed Pym one-on-one situation.
So Pimmy comes in now. He starts it right. He'll be disappointed with that one. Forest Hill brethren didn't go up behind the goals, which it can only mean 1 behind. And on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, 26 minutes tick over now. It's a 36-point lead to East Burwood. Siren sounds to announce 3-quarter time out here. What a term it was by the Rams. They're in the front seat to go through to next week and take on the Glen Waverley Hawks in a chance to get to the big dance against the White Horse Pioneers. But it's not over until it's over, is it? On the major goal kickers on the ground this afternoon for East Burwood, Maxi Wills, he's had a sterling game today. He's kicked 4 majors. Adrian Galino with 2 goals to Michael Cardamone for the Forest Hill Football Club. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast, streaming live around the globe on EFL.org.au this afternoon. Heathmont are playing the Basin out at Central Reserve. It is a very close game out there. We'll make sure we keep you right up to date with those scores, especially the 3-quarter time score and right throughout the final term. But we'll be back with the final 30 minutes right after this.